Don't roll over in your grave. The acoustic showcase is coming right up. Hi, I'm Maxine Dunn, and welcome to the Acoustic Showcase. We're here tonight in the studio with Colin Izadi. Did I say that right?
Yeah, said it good.
Awesome, awesome. Welcome, Colin.
Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. So where are you from?
I'm from New Hampshire, of course. Antrim, actually, just a little north of Keene. Went to high school in Peterborough, Conval, and then came and studied here at Keene State and stuff. But yeah, I've always been a native of the area, playing music around in bars and blues jams, and kind of my home area. I love Keene and Antrim.
Totally. So you're really into the blues.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's beautiful. How long have you been playing guitar?
Well, I started classical guitar actually when I was 7. That was the first style I began playing. Began taking lessons with a local legend, pretty much, on the classical guitar, Frank Wallace, and yeah, learned Renaissance music, Spanish music. My introduction to classical and finger picking, all on nylon string guitar, acoustic started, and reading notes all started back then, oddly enough. And
Well, that's awesome that you even know how to read music.
yeah.
So did you study at Keene State?
Yes, I did. I studied at the guitar program, at the music department, and in the guitar program with Jose Lascano. He's a brilliant musician and composer and guitar player. And yeah, it was really a wonderful time. Got to play and learn about all the centuries of music and the history of music, and just study what I love. But it wasn't a place for the blues, so recently I've been playing a lot more of my own original music, since I've graduated.
So you went from classical to rock and roll?
Yeah, I kind of started with classical, and when I was about 13, I really started listening to Jimi Hendrix. And he really just, I just felt something resonated there, and I had to start playing electric, and got into the blues after that, and took me a while to start singing. When I started, I just wanted to be, like Jimmy Page or something. I just wanted to be the lead guitar player and just shred guitar, but somewhere in there I just I had songs to write, and, had things to sing.
Where do you see yourself taking your career?
I just want to develop a really good show and take it around the world. I want it to be a kind of I don't know, an acoustic performance into like a world music, and into jamming, into rock, into more, blues trio stuff, and make a whole performance, and just really, share a good time with good people, and hopefully, share more music with more people. And
So you want to take it all around the world?
yeah, exactly. I mean,
have you been around the world?
I have gotten to travel playing classical guitar while I was at Keene State. Me and 3 members of the guitar orchestra, we flew down to Ecuador and performed. Stayed for 9 days and performed across the countryside and taught at universities down there, and it was really an incredible experience.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So we're going to hear pieces with your own band first. Did you want to tell us about that band right now?
Yeah, this is a little bit what I do with you know, under the Colin Izzotti Band thing. This is a little trio that I got called IPA. It's Izzotti, Patno, and Allgood. It's my buddies Dylan and Tyler on bass and drums, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
All right, let's check it out right here at HDTV.
I see you walk on up to my door. Oh, someday, lady, I see you walk on up to my door. And when I see you a walking woman, I won't do that same thing no more. No more. Someday my name is gonna be the most useless thing in the world. Someday, honey, it'll be one useless thing in the world. All the judge of our work will be worth, and all people lonely get what they deserve. Tell me, people, what deserve? You know, I think it's a little bit of this. Whoa, hey, world don't shake hands out. Monday, world don't twist things out. Get up the wall, beat politics, start up and run out. The people, we all get peace and harmony. Among the people, of love, respect, honesty. And when we all get right, we have a big old party every day.
Well, that was amazing, Colin. Absolutely fabulous. Did you want to start talking a little bit more about your trip in Ecuador?
Yeah, sure. Well, first, that song was called One Day. That was a blues tune that we wrote, well, I wrote like years ago, and we're finally kicking and playing it around a lot. And yeah, it's great to play with my buddy Tyler and Dylan. Tyler was on bass and Dylan was on drums, kicking them drums. And yeah, it's really great to play with them. I've been skating with them for years. We're just real good friends, and they're super talented cats. Glad I got to, we got to do that and record that here in the studio.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so the trip, Ecuador, that was quite the trip. I went down with 3 colleagues and our professor, Jose, and it was what a magical time. I mean, we stayed in Quito, Ecuador, which is like the capital of Ecuador, and it's called Ecuador for a reason because it's the equator, and not just that, it's where 0 degrees meets 0 degrees on the prime meridian and the equator, so it's like they call it the center of the world. We got to go check that out and play shows around the center of the world and see volcanoes and ancient churches, and it was quite the experience. And what a lovely time. The people there are great. They took care of us, showed us around. So gracious, so nice and welcoming. And you know, being able to share our music with the kids, it was really great to just be a part of that. And yeah, I definitely plan on going back to Ecuador.
Do you think you inspired a lot of the kids in the universities down there?
I hope so. It's hard to tell from so far away, but I hope so. I'm sure we did. Our final concert there had a pretty good crowd, so I believe hopefully we
So all 3 of you?
inspired some people.
The IPA?
No, not with them, unfortunately, but this is just my thing with, you know, kind of what brings everything to my music and the classical guitar that I play. And I went down with 3 other members of the guitar orchestra. Actually, my friends Harry Jones, Dave Pastore, and Drew Johnston, and we had quite the time. It was awesome. And of course, Jose was there to, you know, guide the way and had everything planned. It was a trip of a lifetime.
Totally. Yeah, I'm sure that you did inspire a lot of the universities down there because of how we just witnessed you getting into the music so much. And that's really good to see someone so passionate about what they do. So that was another band that you kind of created. So you play in other bands too.
Yeah, I'm a very ranging musician, I guess is the way to put it. I'll play from, you know, classical music in churches to blues and dive bars, you know, just the whole gamut. I've played with this band called Charlotte Locke, which is a girl-fronted rock band. And
that's amazing.
It's cool. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
You know, get to play, you know, Joan Jett and you know, Grace Potter and cool stuff and write. It helps me, you know, expand my writing abilities because I have to write totally differently. I need to like work with someone else to write. You know, I'm not writing for my own voice, but yeah. So I've been doing that for a few years. Now I'm kind of back onto trying to get some of my original music recorded and get it out there. And I just have to. I just have things in my soul that have to get put on, get recorded, and then I'll be okay, and then I can continue. I'll probably do classical recordings after that.
It's amazing how you can do classical to rock and roll. I mean, you do everything in between. That's really amazing, Colin.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
And what other stuff do you have going on when you're not performing?
Well, I work back in Antrim. I work with my stepfather in the family business. You know, I assist him, and because he's handicapped, and you know, I help just you know, make life regular for him, and you know, kind of I get to still be a big brother to my little sister, and you know, see my mom most of the time, and make sure everybody's cool. doing good, and help make the homestead nice. But then on most of the weekends, if I'm not gigging, I'll be here in Keene because living with a buddy. We got a new place, and we're just trying to kind of get it all settled in. And yep, I'm looking towards Keenway right now if I'm not on tour. So, but pretty soon I'm going to Brooklyn, so I don't know what happens. If I'm just gonna probably stay there or not, or I'm gonna start visiting more. That's for sure. So
Brooklyn.
yeah.
Brooklyn's where it's at, is what I hear.
Yeah, there's lots going on. So get my music recorded, get down there, spread it a little bit,
Totally. Show your stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more people in Brooklyn that are looking for talent. And if you have it, then you want to show it, and they're looking for it. So, okay. So let's check out another clip with your band. Can we take a listen?
You don't let us without the vibe to just feel the funk. Now that we're here, it might feel the funk. Well, we're gonna keep on without the vibe to just say the tongue. Living in this world, you gotta find a way. We can wash it all love, let's scrub our veins. This day and age, you can't be afraid to do what you think about and do it every day. We have to make it jump. Let us fight the vibe and just feel the fun. Now that we're here, you might feel the fun. Well, we're gonna come on by the vibe and just take the time. Living in this world, gotta find a way. We can watch it all love, let's go all day. This day and age, you can't be afraid. Do what you think about and do everything. Living in this world, you gotta find a way. We can watch it all love, let's go all day. In this day and age, you can't be afraid to do what you think about and do it every day. All we have got, all we have got, all we have got. Here we go.
All right, IPA. That was awesome. That sounded great.
Thanks.
So, Colin, how did you get on the acoustic showcase?
Well,
It's not very acoustic, is it?
Yeah, that wasn't my acoustic stuff. But as I mentioned before, I started with a certain style of acoustic guitar when I was younger, and it helped really pave way for the musician that I am and the places I've been in life and the things I've achieved. So I'm glad I met it when I was young, because it's always been there.
Totally. Did Dave treat you well in the studio? I know he's a little hard to handle.
Well, yeah, just be careful with his equipment and don't spill any beer on the lights.
Oh, God. No one's drinking beer here, okay? All right, so let's kick it to a classical, because I'm dying to hear you actually play some classical music, where your really roots are from.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's kick it.
That's where I started.
Kick it to the classical.
Hi, I'm going to play part of a piece written by a Paraguayan composer by the name of Agustin Barrios Mangare. Barrios for short. Now I'm going to play what's called a sevillanas. It's a traditional flamenco song, and this is my own interpretation, my own improvisation on a sevillanas.
Wow, wasn't that amazing? Colin doing classical guitar. That handwork was absolutely amazing. Did you want to say just a little bit more about doing your own classical thing? Thank you so much for coming on the Acoustic Showcase.
Thanks for
with
having
your
me.
band.
Thank you.
Yeah, our pleasure.
Yeah, so that was a little bit of classical guitar and some flamenco there at the end. Actually, it's a little more improvisatory, chordal strum kind of playing, and from Spain. You know, the original type of guitar, apparently, as I learned over the years. And but yeah, that was a little bit of my own interpretation of one. Really doesn't do justice for a true flamenco player, but I try my best. But yeah, so this November 7th, coming up, there's going to be a classical guitar festival for the first time in Keene, and it's going to be on the college. And I have a little set myself, you know, alongside some of my compadres, and there's going to be a lot of kids up actually, and we got a headliner, and it's going to be a great day. So I'm really looking forward to that right now. Getting back to the old nylon string again, and
Classical guitar.
Yeah, back to the classical guitars, and getting ready to play. It'll be Friday, I believe, or Saturday. I can't remember. It's the 7th though.
November 7th.
Yep, November 7th. We're starting about 10 a.m. and going all day.
Okay. Well, there we have it. November 7th, Colin Izadi
Yep.
is going to be playing. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks so much for
Nice
having
meeting
me.
you.
Nice meeting you too.
And thanks for joining us tonight on the Acoustic Showcase. See you next Friday, everyone.
And remember, kids, watch out for the unwrapped candy and razor blades in your apples. And remember to wash your filthy hands.